a condition of the brain.
This quote right here, it changes everything. It's so important. When we start to view addiction as a chronic brain disease, in the same way we think about diabetes or heart disease, it just strips away all that stigma. It lets us stop asking, why can't you just stop? And instead start asking, okay, what's the most effective, science-backed way to treat this?
And that question shines a huge light on the trap of the old traditional recovery models. For the longest time, the standard approach was to send someone away, right, to an inpatient facility where you had to leave your job, your family, your entire life behind. But here's the problem with that. You're learning all these new skills in a bubble, totally cut off from the real-world triggers and stresses you're going to face the second you walk out the door. And that massive disconnect, well, that's a huge reason why relapse happens so often.
But this is where things get really exciting. Here's this incredible science-backed spark of hope. The very same organ that's at the heart of the challenge, your brain, is also the key to the solution. Because your brain isn't fixed, it is not set in stone. It's actually designed to change, and that ability is what makes real, lasting recovery totally possible.
It's a big word, but the concept is actually pretty simple. It's called neuroplasticity. All it means is that your brain has this amazing power to rewire itself. Literally, every time you learn a new skill, form a new habit, have a new experience, your brain is physically changing, building new pathways. And this isn't just something that happens when you're a kid, it happens your entire life.
So, how does this actually work when it comes to recovery? Okay, think of the pathways in your brain like roads in a city. The pathways tied to addiction are like these deep, worn-out highways that are easy to travel down without even thinking. Neuroplasticity is like a construction project. It lets you pave brand new roads. As you start having new, positive experiences and building healthier habits, those old, destructive highways start to get overgrown and fall apart. And at the same time, the new, healthy roads you're building get stronger, smoother, and become your new default routes.
And this brings us to the most important point of all. If your brain literally changes based on your experiences, then where does the most effective recovery need to happen? It has to happen in the context of your real life. You have to build those new neural pathways right where you're going to use them every single day, at home, at your job, with your friends and family. This slide just lays it out so clearly. You've got two paths. The traditional inpatient model on the left, it's kind of like learning to swim on dry land. Sure, you learn the motions, but the skills don't always work when you finally jump in the water. But then you have the modern outpatient model on the right. It weaves the treatment right into your daily life. You're learning to handle your actual environment, which reinforces those new, healthy brain pathways in real time, making them stronger and more reliable.
So, this all sounds great in theory, but what does it actually look like in practice? Well, a fantastic example is the model used by an organization called Recovery CNT. They've basically built their entire program around this core principle of using neuroplasticity to create a path forward that's not only more effective, but also way more accessible for people. Recovery CNT was founded by Dr. Indra Sidambi, a double board-certified expert in addiction medicine. Her whole mission was to flip the script on treatment, to take it out of isolation and bring it into the real world. The entire goal is to make it possible for anyone, whether you're a CEO, a stay-at-home parent, or a student, to get the help you need without having to press pause on your entire life.
So what does this actually mean for you? Well, first, it's accessible. You get to keep up with your job and your family, the very life you're fighting to rebuild. It's effective because it's designed from the ground up to use neuroplasticity in your day-to-day environment. The care is personalized too. They use small, intimate groups, so you're a person, not a number in some one-size-fits-all program. It's also often more affordable since they work with major insurance providers. And, so importantly, it's immediate. They prioritize helping you get relief from the physical agony of withdrawal right away, without a long wait.
Look, understanding all this science is incredibly empowering, but it's taking that first step that truly changes everything. The path to rewiring your brain and taking back your life is right there. And it all starts with just a simple, confidential conversation.
And if you take one thing away from all of this, let it be this. Recovery is not a journey you have to walk by yourself. The hardest part is almost always just reaching out for the first time. But that support is there. There are people who get the science, and even more importantly, they get the human experience behind it all. If you or someone you care about is ready to take that step, you can connect with the team at Recovery CNT. The number to call is 1-732-484-9661. Let me say that again. It's 1-732-484-9661. You can also find a ton of information on their website, recoverycnt.com. Just remember, Change isn't just a hope, it's a biological fact. Your brain is literally built for it.